Every morning, before I even finish my coffee, I have to file a report. Not for work, for my 1-year-old. His temperature, how he slept, what he ate, whether he had a bowel movement, and if so, what it looked like. I type all of this into an app, and I send it to his nursery school every single day. This is completely normal in Japan. And when I describe it to people outside Japan, they look at me like I have lost my mind. Tonight, I want to explain the strange, beautiful, slightly obsessive world of how Japanese parents and schools talk to each other. Let me start with the old way. Because to understand the app, you have to understand what came before it. For generations, Japanese nursery schools use something called a renraku-cho, a communication notebook. It is a small paper notebook that travels between home and school every day in the child's bag. In the morning, the parent writes in it, last night's sleep, this morning's mood, body temperature, what they ate for breakfast, and at the end of the day, the teacher writes back what the child did, how much they napped, what they ate, whether they seemed happy or a little off. It is essentially a daily diary about your child, co-written by you and a professional who spends all day with them. Now, I know how this sounds to some of you. Every day, a written diary about whether a toddler pooped? Yes, every day. Because in Japan, raising a small child is not seen as something a family does alone, behind a closed door. It's seen as something a family and a community do together. The school isn't just a place you drop your child so you can work. The teacher is a partner. And that partnership runs on information, tiny daily, almost absurdly detailed information. So where does the app come in? In recent years, many schools, including my children's, have moved the renraku-cho onto a smartphone app, and honestly, it's incredible. In the morning, I open the app, I tap in my son's temperature, I select how he slept. I can report if he's coming in late or staying home with one tap. No phone call, no note. And during the day, the app sends me things the paper notebook never could. Photos. Actual photos of my son eating lunch, napping, playing in the sandbox, a little window into a day I'm not there to see. Let me give you 2 examples of what this app has done to my life. First, in summer, the school has pool days. My kids love them. We prepare the night before, swimsuit, towel, everything ready. On pool day, you have to submit their temperature and a yes or no for swimming by 9 in the morning. So one morning, I measure everyone's temperature. I fill in the whole form, perfectly, and I forget to press send. My kids did not swim that day, and they were furious with me. One button, and I ruined pool day. Second, the app tells you how much of their lunch each child ate, and I already know the menu in advance. So one day I see it's a meat dish my son doesn't like. When I pick him up, I ask, "Did you eat your lunch?" And he looks up at me and says, "Yes, I ate all of it." And I say, "Wow, amazing." Then I open the app. He ate everything except the meat, left every single piece, busted by an app. His first perfect crime foiled by nursery school software. But here's what I find fascinating. The technology changed completely. The paper became a screen. The pen became a keyboard. But the culture underneath it did not change at all. The app still asks about sleep, about food, about temperature, about mood, about, yes, bowel movements, because the belief behind it is the same one from 100 years ago. That raising a child well means noticing the small things, every day, together. We just do it with better cameras now. Sometimes, late at night, I scroll back through the photos the app has sent me, months of tiny moments I would never have seen. My son's first day walking steadily, the face he makes when he doesn't like the vegetables. A paper notebook could never have given me that, and I think about the parents who came before me, decades ago, holding a worn little notebook, reading a teacher's handwriting about their child's day. They were doing the exact same thing I'm doing, reaching across the gap between home and school, trying to know their child a little better. The tool changed, the love didn't. I'm a Japanese dad with 3 kids, and I make these videos to explain how we actually raise children here, not the version in the guidebooks. If you want to see more, subscribe. Next time, I'll explain why Japanese children clean their own schools, including the toilets. Thanks for listening. See you next time.